said something about the brakes.
What I'm asking you to do could save Christina's life.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to forgive her and trust her again.
I know exactly who to call.
I have to get those kids out of that house as soon as possible.
No, this can't be happening.
General Hospital latest update. Explosive secrets rock Port Charles. Sonny unknowingly bonds with his own grandson, while Lynn aches to meet the son she already knows. Dante erupts over Gio, Cody shuts Lulu down, and Lucky closes in on Rick's dark lies. Custody wars and deadly cover-ups are spiraling fast. General Hospital. Sonny's family crisis. Lynn wants to meet son, Cody rejects Lulu. General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, May 15th, reveal that Sonny Corinthos will tackle a family crisis while Lynn Quartermain wants to meet her son. Cody Bell will also reject Lulu Spencer when she asks a favor, so let's talk about what's ahead on the ABC soap. Since Dante Falconeri is suspicious over how Christina Corinthos Davis saw Rick Lansing's car right after the crash, she'll have to cover the blunder she made during their discussion. Meanwhile, Rick will pop up in Alexis Davis' office and sense that she's in a hurry to get somewhere. With Damian Spinelli's help, Alexis managed to nail down which storage facility the totaled car landed in, so she'll obviously be eager to get rid of it. Rick will get an offer of some sort on Thursday's show, so that may come through his conversation with Alexis. Whatever the case, it'll be interesting to see if Alexis can play it cool or if she'll leave Rick suspicious about her next move. If Alexis tips Rick off, then he could alert Ava Jerome and cause her to move the totaled car since it's part of her leverage. Whatever the case, Lucky Spencer will ultimately grill Alexis about why Rick is lying about the black ice. Will Alexis admit anything about Rick and Ava's blackmail plot, or could Lucky just figure it out on his own? As an emotional Lynn opens up to Harrison Chase, she'll admit she'd give anything to meet her son. Although Lynn doesn't want to disrupt her grown child's life, there's a void in her heart that's never been filled. Of course, Lynn doesn't realize it, but she actually knows her son quite well. Gio Palmieri is living in the same house with Lynn, but she'll remain in the dark on his true parentage for the time being. Next, Donna Corinthos will have a special request for Gio, who'll assure her that he'd be honored. Gio already plans to play the violin as part of Chase and Anna Devane's tango performance, but Donna may recruit him to play during her own nurse's ball act, too. Donnie may end up squealing with delight over Joe's great news. At some point, Gio will share a moment alone with Sonny and use him as a confidant. That'll give Gio a chance to share his version of what played out with Rocco Falconeri and how down in the dumps he's been about Dante's reaction. Gio may eventually apologize if this is weird for Sonny since Dante is his son. Regardless, Sonny will insist he wants to be the first person Gio calls if he ever needs anything, even if it's just a sympathetic ear and some good advice. Sonny may end up offering to talk to Dante again on Joe's behalf, but he won't realize he's trying to help his own grandson patch things up with his father. This is quite the family crisis, and it's only going to get worse since Dante will have another Gio-related outburst on Thursday's episode. At Lulu's place, Rocco will argue with Dante and defend Joe's actions the night of the bonfire. Unfortunately, Dante will maintain that Gio screwed up big time and will continue to play the blame game. Over with Lulu, she'll seek out Cody Bell most likely as part of her plan to prove Gio is Dante and Lynn's son. However, Cody will reject whatever request Lulu makes and cause a setback in her scheme. Lulu will still be determined to get updates on the whole Gio truth, but she may have to use other methods in the end. General Hospital spoilers say Lucas Jones and Elizabeth will have a catch-up session as well, so there'll be a lot happening in Thursday's show. Today's next update: Lucky suspicious, Sonny steps up, Dante explodes, Lynn's pain. On the next General Hospital, doubt, support, sorrow, and anger. General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, May 15, 2025, are finally here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Gio Palmieri to confide in Sonny Corinthos. Lucky Spencer does some digging. Plus, Lucas Jones connects with Elizabeth Liz Baldwin. Lucky Spencer digs. In the next episode, fans can expect Lucky to do some snooping around. Lucky learned that Liz remembers right before the crash, Rick Lansing mentioned his brakes. Lucky knows that Christina Corinthos Davis is responsible, but has been covering for her. When Lucky hears this news, though, he will be baffled. Lucky turns to Alexis to find out what is going on. As Alexis' jaw drops, Lucky asks why Rick is asking. Well, because he's getting a big payday out of it, that's why. Will Alexis be forced to drop the truth? That might be connected to Rick getting an offer. Speaking of Liz, she will get a visit from Lucas. Since the accident is on Liz's mind, could she open up to Lucas about it? Could he somehow get involved in the storyline? Giovanni Palmieri opens up. Over with Gio, he will open up to Sonny. This isn't the first time the two have connected. However, this time, Gio will have Dante Falconeri on his mind. Sonny might try to play devil's advocate, but there is one big piece of information that is hidden, that Gio is Dante's son. Speaking of Dante, he's still venting about everything being all of Joe's fault. In a preview clip for the next episode, Dante tells Rocco Falconeri that Gio screwed up big time, and this is on him. Brook Lynn Quartermain's wish. General Hospital spoilers for tomorrow reveal that Brook Lynn Quartermain and Harrison Chase make an emotional decision. BLQ tells her husband that she'd give anything to meet her son. Of course, BLQ has no idea that it's Gio. So, that bombshell should be coming in the next few weeks, if not sooner. Also, Cody Bell rejects Lulu Spencer's request. Rick asks someone where they are off to in such a hurry. Plus, Sonny says he wants to be the first person they call. Today's next update, Drew's emergency solution, Spinelli's life-saving mission. General Hospital spoilers update for reveals that Drew Kane will have an emergency solution while Damian Spinelli tackles a life-saving Christina Corinthos Davis mission. Rick Lansing will also land in a tight spot, so let's talk about all the excitement that's brewing. First, on Wednesday's General Hospital episode, Laura Collins seems poised to have a run-in with Ezra Boyle since she's about to lose her temper in a big way. Across town, Christina will talk to Dante Falconeri about Alexis Davis almost having her committed and the potentially permanent damage it's done to the trust between them. Of course, Christina doesn't realize Alexis has been doing her best to strategize and keep her daughter out of prison. As part of that continued effort, Alexis will summon Spinelli and let him know that Christina's life depends on this next assignment. There's a good chance Spinelli will be tasked with wiping the video proof and trying to pinpoint where the sabotage car is since Ava Jerome tucked it away somewhere. Alexis will hope to break free from this blackmail nightmare, but she could run into some unfortunate snags. However, Ava and Rick could have some snags of their own, starting with Elizabeth Baldwin's pre-crash memory. It seems Liz will recall that Rick said something about the brakes just before he lost control of his vehicle. Rick obviously can't reveal that Christina cut the brakes or else he can kiss his giant payday goodbye, so he'll have to hide the truth when Elizabeth questions him. Over with Carly Spencer and Jason Morgan, they'll meet up to discuss some custody tactics. Sasha Gilmore Corbin was surprised when Willow Corinthos admitted Michael Corinthos rejected her visit in Germany. It wasn't long until Sasha gave Jason updates on that news as well. Will Jason reach out to Michael for the real story and learn he never even knew Willow was there? If that's the case, it could lead to Jason uncovering Drew's bribe to the clinic employee and the sneaky way he blocked Willow. Drew is a manipulative monster who doesn't need to have Michael's kids under his roof, so his scheme could backfire and become a powerful motivator for Carly. On the other hand, it's possible Carly and Jason will make assumptions about Michael's fury toward Willow without talking to him directly. Regardless, Carly will be convinced that she needs to get Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos out of Drew and Willow's house immediately. Once Willow is served with legal papers, she'll realize Carly's making a major custody play. It'll leave Willow in panic mode, but Drew will insist he knows exactly who to call once he finds out what's going on. Although Drew will try to play the hero and offer an emergency solution, will his plan succeed or fail miserably? General Hospital spoilers say Willow will have a hard time wrapping her head around all the chaos ahead, so don't miss all the action. Thanks for watching, General Hospital fans. If you're loving the drama in Port Charles, smash that like button, drop your theories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. More explosive updates are coming soon.